you'll be speaking about. Anonymous, if you are in agreement with these terms, please confirm by stating, I agree. However, if you do not agree, that's okay. We'll move on to the next anonymous caller, but we want you. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
All right, we're listening, sir.
Okay, basically I met with my current wife, 2014. Everything was okay. And we basically hit it off. She inspired me to basically get out of the house, move out of mama's house and buy a new place.
Sorry, Anonymous.
Basically, man up.
Anonymous, can I cut you there? You said that you basically kicked it off with your wife in 2014. That means you met in 2014, got married in 2014.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, we got married 3 years ago. So we met at work in 2014.
Gotcha.
So we've been together for almost 10 years, yeah.
Thank you very much.
So, yeah, she basically did a lot of things for me in terms of shaping me to be the man that I am. I love it to bits. When we met, I was in a relationship where I had 2 kids in it. But then we hit it off and I ended up the relationship. So we've been basically working together. And then she left to work elsewhere, but I continue with the same company. I love her so much, but I find myself basically not satisfied when it comes to the dance. Look, when it happens, I think it's more fireworks for me. I picked up quite a... So I spoke to her about it. Went as far as going to see the psychiatrist twice. But when we were going to see them was because I was caught cheating with my ex. Because I was used to having it, the way it's easy, it's simple, I can play, and I'm in control. But with regards to her, it's different. She's touchy. She's not touchy. She is very ticklish. I can't express myself, and I'm not even sure if I'm hitting it right. It's one of those where it's an internal fight within myself. So every other 6 months to a year, I would sneak out with someone. And because I'm clingy, I don't hit and run. I would hit and go back, and eventually she would find out. When she finds out, I'll leave that woman and apologize. And then obviously she would, not obviously, but in time she forgives me, but then it takes a lot of time for her to come back to play again. Every time I try, she reminds me of that, or how many times I've cheated. In total, I've cheated for about 6 women. And we just recently got a baby, and I know, like, we don't want to bring negative things or energies within our home. And I've spoken to her about that, and I just don't know what else to do, because it doesn't seem like it's going to change, because she would heal, and then after healing, it takes another 6 months for it to start happening, and it's happening slow. And I'm very live wire. So it's a bit of a problem. I just wanted to ask a man how I can control it. Maybe there's someone that I can speak to that can sort of assist me or anything like that. So yeah, that's my story in a nutshell.
Sure. Okay. Two questions before I ask that question. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said something about ticklish, and then something about live wire. What is that?
Oh, apologies, so easy. Well, I like to touch a lot, and when I touch, she pushes me away. If I want to go to the cookie, she pushes away, pushes me away, and that's my way of getting myself in the vibe.
It's a love
language. And
well.
I'm denied. Yes.
Okay.
I'm denied that.
What is live wire?
Sorry, I meant to say I'm active. I'm active. I'm very, very active in that front. So,
all right. Now here's my question. Here's my question. You said you went to see a therapist, right?
Yeah, a couple of them. Yes.
Okay. Was it because therapists should be or can be specific sometimes or can be general? Did you go to a general therapist or a sex therapist?
It was for his cheating.
It was a general one.
Okay, yeah, because I can he say the cheating and the sex problem. So I thought maybe part of the therapy was for Uti, the lady is not sexually conducive. No, lack of a better way. Okay, so you just went to a general therapist for yourself and your cheating ways.
Yes, yes. She was there with me, and we were spoken about things like, love languages, expectations. I must write my expectations down. She must do the same.
Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be working. Look, I live in pretense. Deep down, I know, and she's hot. I love her to bits, but I cannot express myself fully in that regard.
Anonymous, you said your woman has shaped you into the man that you are today. So she had patience.
100%.
And you won't
100%.
You won't give her that same patience. But you would rather just break her every 6 months. Break her every 6 months. And you also say, yeah, after the healing, the Anonymous, at the rate that you're going, I don't even think your woman has ever fully healed. And when do you know when the healing is done? Does she say to you, I'm done healing today?
No, she tells me it's a process. It's a process. It can happen after a year, and you can imagine naked, you're sleeping next to the same woman, and you get to that point where you want to play, and you can't. It's frustrating. I know I'm patient. I'll wait for her. I'll wait, but there's a boiling point, in me. That's why I need help to control that boiling point, basically.
Okay.
And Naked, you wouldn't say that he's a sex addict, right? No.
Not really.
And
Look,
I know you can't diagnose a person.
Yeah, we
but
can't. Not over the phone. And
100%.
because then it would go deeper. So, Anonymous, how often do you want it? How often are you turned on? Are you turned on when you get to... are you cheating with people at work? These people that you're fighting with, where you finding them? Do you find yourself masturbating in toilets? Do you watch porn? What is going on? Where is this high sex drive coming from?
Ever since I was growing up, I've always been active, and I've met a lot of people that complimented my active. But with her, it's been somehow different. But what complements it is because she's a wife, man. She apart from sex, she's brilliant.
Hold on.
Put it that way.
Before she became a wife, you guys, Benicho Langish, and this is the woman that you chose. So before you chose to marry her, how was the sex? Has the sex always been the same, or was there a turning point where she completely stopped sexually satisfying you?
Anonymous, you'll answer that after the headlines.
Yes.
Here's Hopedi Delongwe, 10:30. We'll be back with Nono.
Good morning, people. My name is Leroy. We are Mokoya. We listen to Ask a Man. We are not affiliated with Parking Kana like Metro FM, ABC. None of those. But then, and my apologies that I'm late in Yana today. But anyway, let's keep tapping the screen there. Let's reach for my 20K Yana there quickly. Then we're gonna go back to listen. Then you're gonna get a recap. Then you can request to come here so we can actually have a lively discussion about this. Nah? Great stuff. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. So I'm gonna switch off the comments actually now. So let's raise 20K, please. Sharp. Why are you black? I think I was born like that, eh? I don't know. But anyway, let's listen.
10:31. A bit of a summary before we continue with him. Of course, Anonymous has been with his now wife for 10 years and says she's been a great partner and even helped him just grow. Now, Anonymous says that he loves his wife, but he doesn't quite enjoy their sex life and feels like she's not coming to the party sexually. So Anonymous says that they've tried therapy, but it hasn't helped much. And he has cheated on her with 6 different women. And his wife has, of course, found out about these affairs. An anonymous doesn't know what to do as he, loves her, but he isn't satisfied in the bedroom. This is Anonymous' story. Of course, Anonymous, if I am incorrect in any way, shape, or form, please do let me know. But we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
All right.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah, so before we went to the headlines, my brother asked, when did the sexual change happen? Because at the end of the day, you married her. Did you marry her knowing that she wasn't sexually satisfying you?
I married her because I wanted for her to see how committed I am to her. Because leading up to us getting married, she obviously would pick up on me cheating. And I would reassure her every time that it's because of the lack of this. However, those women don't really mean much to me. She's the one that basically holds my heart. I just need to release somewhere because there's a lack of it. So my commitment to her was marrying her so that she can see. And basically, hopefully, that will change her and become more comfortable with me.
Okay.
And then we can continue.
So,
Yes.
so you guys have never had she's never sexually fulfilled you?
No, she has, Naked. She has
Yeah.
big time. When we started, it was fireworks. But then it sort of declined
Okay.
when we got our first son. It declined. And when it declined, I'm still at that peak. And then I cheated, and then she picked up. And then that's when now she couldn't trust me anymore. And then it will take a long time for me to wait for her to heal. And then, then it happens that I have this thing that I need to release. And it's been that circle. So I feel it's hurting my family. I feel it's hurting my family. It's hurting me, and I need help.
But my brother, how do you get caught so many times? I know I shouldn't be asking this, but now you are messy. Like,
Easy, man.
how do you get caught so many times? And when you know that you are a clinger on, but then you love your wife, then you should never cling on. You should, I'm sorry to say, but it's very childish not to be able to cheat better. Because you know that when you get caught or when you keep numbers, things happen. Now, I know that this is why other people get the services of sex workers, so that you don't have to have numbers. Because you said it's to release. What's wrong with releasing, going to a sex worker?
That's a bit distasteful, but
Hey, Naked, there's these things of spiritual attachment that I'm afraid of. There's these things of we read on social media where you bring stuff. I love my family. I don't want to bring anything.
But my brother,
If I do cheat, I do take a cleansing bath or something, but it's not sustainable.
Hold on, who says the woman that you are not cheating with and sleeping with 5, 10
Yeah.
other people? There's still
That's a
spiritual
bit-
attachments there too.
Women he's cheating with.
Yes.
Yeah, you said women you are not cheating with.
Oh, the women you are cheating with. No, but they've got other people on their side.
Yeah, no,
So-
that's true.
So you confusing us here, because what are you asking? Are you saying, good morning, guys, I think I have some sort of sexual demon. How do I get rid of it?
yeah, actually.
Because this has nothing to do with your wife, my brother. Because if you know, Guti, when you get caught, things happen, then you get a prostitute, so that you never exchange numbers. But you keep on chasing after sex. And sometimes we do, yes, sex is important, but you don't want to lose your wife and kids over sex. You don't want to lose your marriage over silly sex that you're having with women that you're not even attached to. So the big question here is, why are you willing to risk everything for release? Like, when you sit down as a grown-ass man, because my brother, when we say lose everything, one of these women could come back and say rape. Then you are now in jail for release. Before you release, do you not think as a man, Uguti, hey, this might be the last time I release. Next time, some dude in jail will be releasing on me.
Yo. No,
So my brother, we're gonna give you 30 seconds, ne? Ask Somizi, be honest. Ngicela, ask Usomizi, just take a deep breath and ask the question that you want to ask. Because right now you haven't asked anything. Somizi, we're giving him 2 seconds to think about it. And my brother, dig deep. Ask the real question here.
Okay, the question here is that I'm a very loyal person, and I'm a keeper. I want to have sex with my wife and my wife alone, but because I'm not getting it as I'm supposed to, what am I supposed to do?
Okay.
Because she's not responding to it. If she responds to it and we complement each other that way, I'm there forever, for eternity. But
Okay.
maybe I need to learn a few things how to manage it, because the response is not coming to my liking. That's the question. I want to know how can I be helped in that instead.
Okay. But you know, I was when you started, I was really in your corner. I was really in your corner, and then the more you carried on, I was drifting away from your corner, because you are good with words, but you don't really act on those words. You said you love her to bits. What is the meaning of that? When you cheat on her, you make things worse. Over and above that, she has an issue with herself sexually. You are adding on. I was really like when I get naked, but like you're not helping the situation. So, 2, you said you are a loyal person. What is the meaning of that? Please make it make sense. What is loyalty to you, Budwam? What does it mean? Loyalty, cheating with 6 women that you catch feelings for, that's not loyalty, Budwam. We need to be honest with ourselves. And I was going to the point, direction, maybe when you thought the getting married will solve things that were already a problem before you guys got married. So you got married to her thinking after Mushato, if things are going to be better. It does not work like that. What hasn't been solved, or what is not solved before the marriage, becomes 10 times worse after you get married. And I was going to say to you, maybe you are not sexually compatible. You just love, sometimes you love a person based on our aesthetics. They look good, they've got a great body, they've got a great mind, they're intelligent, but there's certain things that don't gel, like sexual compatibility.
But Somizi, he said there was fireworks before the marriage.
Yes.
Okay.
And
then after the child was born,
which raises a very valid point, Uguti. Then you probably also not digging deeper into what her issues are. Women go through a lot when they give birth.
Yeah.
After they give birth, and sometimes she might not even know herself. Uguti, she's going through A, B, C, and D, and then when you want to make it worse by cheating, and then she catches you.
Yeah.
You understand? So in this point, my brother, I'm not in your corner. Honestly, you need to dig deep, exactly like Naked said, and be honest with yourself. Uguti, you have fumbled. Yawana, if she carried on, and then you went for sex therapy, and you went for therapy trying to fix this, up until you go. When it doesn't work, you walk away. You walk away on a clean slate. We understand?
Commitment amaningi. So
again, you're using the wrong word, commitment.
Yeah, man.
You're using the wrong word. Commitment means I am committed to a person, one person, unless when you finish term, then you also commit to his term. But you don't have his term. So, Puti, go and write these words: commitment, loyalty, and love. And get the true meaning of those words. And once you are honest with yourself, you will decide what to do moving forward. But there's so much fixing that you need to do, and there's so much fixing that she has to do based on what you have put her through. Neputwam,
Yeah, nyabonga.
Love, loyalty, and faithfulness. Please.
All right, Anonymous, we're going to leave it right there. Please continue listening through your radio for everyone else in the country giving you advice. That number to call right now, 086 0002160. What advice do you have?
Good morning again, everybody, to the 330 people here. Guys, you love me these days, ne? Wow. Okay. Welcome. We are Makoya Rundown again. My name is Leroy, not Makoya, ne? Leroy, sharp. So we're just listening to Ask a Man right now. And again, we are not affiliated with them in any way. We are just a group of friends who enjoy listening to the show. So we're not monetizing from them or anything. We just genuinely enjoy the show. Sharp. Good morning to Mecca. So before we start, now, let me remind the new people here, Hore. We respect each other here. We are gonna help, as in this guy here. He has a problem. Then let's remember that we are gonna stick to the problem he has, and then we're gonna help him on that problem. Nah? There will be no conspiracy theories here. Like what if? No. We're gonna stick to this, and then we're gonna help him with the information he gave us, right? Then again, we are gonna respect each other. You can request to come in here, but you're gonna mute your mic when you get here. You'll only speak when you are given the chance to speak. Nah? There's no bashing each other here. There's no hey, we're not here. Respect each other. Mind your language, respectfully so. Sharp. So yeah, so my panelist Habayo today, I don't know why, maybe get weather below Kadlela, it's fine. But okay, sharp. Before we start, let me play this quickly. So long you can request. They're using WhatsApp that. You wanna tag in Leo Buffos? In Leo. And he has. How does one expect to interact with him? Okay, guys, chill, relax.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
All right. So Anonza's problem now. Okay. He's a guy. All right. He met his wife 10 years ago. They got married 3 years ago. Right. So apparently the relationship is really perfect actually. You know, there's no flaws here and there. But then there's only one problem. Brothers feels like he's not really getting the sexual intimacy that he wants from her now. Yeah, because now the decline actually started 3 years ago when she got pregnant and then she had a kid. So now the sex wasn't that great, you know. So now he went on and he got some, let's call them takeaways, you know. He started having a few takeaways here and there. He got caught, he got forgiven, and yet he still did it again. So yeah, nah, he really loves his wife like that much. The actual part. High there as such, you know. He feels like he has a young problem, yana, but then he really doesn't know how to deal with it because now yes, actually. So for the last 14 years, he has had 6 takeaways, and he has caught feelings with those takeaways, but then he still loves his wife that much. He loves the fella. The touch part, ayilapho kahle kahle, yabo. So now he's asking for a okay, guys, what can I do here? Because no, he gets it better from the outside, no, with marriage, he still loves and as values his wife, and the commitment is there. So that's the problem there, guys. Okay, so one of my new panelists is here already for me. So while we wait for the others, but I'd like to please mute your mic there, Brothers, please, thank you very much. You see new people that, you know what, like, that actually, like, stick to rules. I love them already. Fami, Joanna, like, how do you see this, lad? Because me, I'm just also here and there. Farmy, pardon me. Okay, her network is a bit dizzy.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, I
Ngiyangizwa.
guess.
All right. Yeah, network yami iyabheda kancane, guys. Sorry. So here's my 2 cents in all of this, right? Mina ngibona ngathi my brother akaye la ajabula khona because people do not understand the kind of changes women go through when they're in pregnancy and after pregnancy. So I feel like it's very selfish of him to expect her to be lesa spring chicken legayiso before she had a baby. I mean, we're a couple and we're supposed to communicate. And you're supposed to tell me how you feel, and I'm supposed to communicate how I feel. So if wena ubona ukuthi kumele ukuthi ube nama takeaway on the side, it's very selfish. Very, very selfish. He didn't think about her feelings when he did this. He didn't think how she was gonna feel after like she found out okay, this guy is actually cheating on me because of 1 2 3. So that's how I feel. I feel Wuti, this guy is very selfish, and whatever this girl is going to throw at him, he actually deserves it.
Okay, so now, how can he fix this? Because I get it, like, remember, he said that like the wife has actually like forgiven him, as in like multiple times. But then clearly there's like there's still healing that has to be done, that he's kind of like Barakin kind of like rushing. So like, how do you think he can actually make this work as in like B level? Fami? What's the labuya la foot? Fami pami farmi? Sis.
Sorry guys, you getting meeting in manje.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, no, it's fine, then. Let's give to Bralaki. You, yeah. Social brag. So I know you're born young. Oh yeah, Barakin can welcome actually. Because like, yeah, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
thank you.
You seem new here.
Yeah, yeah, I'm new here, but I like the show, guys. Anyway, Ninja, I hope you're good, guys.
We're right.
I'll ngizokhuluma ne.
Mm.
Yeah, ngizokhuluma. So I think I'll add on what Fami said because of I think the guy ube selfish. Ngizokhuluma straight njengomjida. Khumbula ukuthi labantu laba the moment they get bad, izinto eziningi ziyachinja too much. There's a lot of changes there. The moment they get bad, izinto ezibhazi ziyachinja. Angeke asaba that hyper woman owamthola before. Well, if we used to say, if besenza ukuthi senza wadwade ezindlini sibophana ngamaketanga, but once athola umntwana, there's no way that you can go to the maketanga la besu-used to us bophana ngawo before. If besigijima ekhishini senzani, izinto lezo ziyancipha, ziyehla kancane kancane. So I think uguy azange acabangele imndeni wakhe, ucabangele yena ayi-one first ukuzi-satisfy ama-needs wakhe, whereby ukuthi phela maye already sekunomntwana la, sekunomuntu engimcreate-ile, yes, but bekumele ahlale phansi already umfazi wakhe ummithisile umuntu umntwana la, umfazi loyo kumele ahlale phansi alathi sister, amchazele ukuthi wala sisters, situation sami siso, we were used to do this but now akusekho, so avoida ini ukuthi ugijimele ngaphandle ayenza lento azenzile. Mhlambe there was going to be a solution vele there and there ukuthi yazini uhlala umuntu wakho ukhuluma naye phansi amtshela ukuthi communication mfethu, remember that the past 5 years or 7 years you and I yazi besi that strong power couple when it comes to our izinto zethu zasekamereni, but yes still ngiyabonga usisenjalo, but now manje ngibona ngathi uyangishoda there and there. What can we do? At least sizama ukuvala there and there. Bazoba yes, obvious bazoba ne-communication, kuzoba nama-hiccups there and there, but if they were willing to ukwenza izinto eziright nomuntu wakhe, bebazo-find out a-way out yokuthi how do they work it out ukuthi bafike kule situation ukuthi lo mjida angafili ngathi umfazi akasekho akasanasikhathi sakhe. Ukhumbule ukuthi the moment lo muntu azala umuntu akuseseyingane
Yeah.
and ukhumbule ukuthi le stamina bekanaso before wena angeke sifane. Yazi thina simajida ngokuthi sinoku-expecta ama-unexpectations ebantwini besifazi, sinokubacindezela unnecessary. So
Yes.
whereby ukuthi mina ngizokhuluma vele basically into engiyaziko, into engenzakalela, but akumelanga ukuthi sithathe into leyo siyenze ibe isude thina siyi-one. Remember that we are in this together siyi-two. So nangabe wena wenza into esatisfy ama-needs wakho ekubeni ngapha uyazi mara mina ngifila ngathi this guy will be selfish too much jo. Like ngifila abe too selfish and wahamba futhi waya kuma-side chick bambhaqa bawube bamqolela, wow, this guy is so lucky, he's so sorry, he's so lucky, babuye baqolele futhi ngapha, is very lucky and ube selfish kakhulu ukuthi indaba ebile nendaba yesithembu mina ngibona ukuthi yamsutha because of isithembu akusiyo abantu abafana njengaye. Noma ngathi ucabanga isithembu ayeke asikhona, asimfaneli at all, akusuwuye yena uyohamba konke la ahamba khona, nasekutholakala umntwana uyofuna umfazi phela uyokhathala obvious. Nangabe akunika 5 round yokunika 2 round uyoqala ucomplain ukuthi mina ngisatholi leya 5 uyofuna omunye, which means uyohamba wenza so njalo konke. So the guy kumele ahlale phansi athanda umkakhe amqhazele ukuthi mamasi bona situation kuso, so singenza kanjani, boba ne-conversation vele bazokhuluma, they will come to a point ukuthi bathola ama-solution on this one, not the guy adecide ukuthi hamba ushitha babuye bamqolele futhi. The guy is very lucky. If ngithanda ukuthi the guy on this situation, I was going to hold on baba ngihlale still nomfazi lo.
Yeah.
It's very scarce nowadays. Guy, what I can say ukuthi mina uguy udecidile uqedile uhambile wachita bamcela wabuyela futhi waphinda, so into vele ekuye akusikuthi mistake uye kuye, he wants that. So I think kumele achubeke nale side chick yakhe if that's what you want.
Really?
If that's what you want, because of manje uyohlukumeza lo mfazi, uyomhetha phela. Ukhumbula ukuthi emotional hurt is very 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 painful than a physical one. Uyomhetha, so udecidile uguy. Yeah.
Okay. I know, thank you very much, but like, you know what, ne? You made as in like very valid points actually there. But then, so for those who actually like don't understand Zulu, ne, like, but like he basically saying, as in like, this guy's very selfish actually. As in, yeah, I mean like, yeah, he heard selfish a lot, but yeah. So I mean, he should actually, but again, like, just come back to the reality of we are all changing, guys. So you know, it's but again, kind of like the sex is gonna change, and then like the body's gonna change, and then, like this is gonna change. So now, one, it's either you stick with her, you accept her for who she is, or you should just go back to your takeaways and then like just actually like stay there. So it's either he learns for we are human, we change. You're not gonna be hot forever. Or you go get your takeaways there and stay there. Basically, yeah, like you know, he said that. But then bro, like thank you very much for your input, man. ZG Mashabane. Good morning. You also seem new here. You're muted. Please unmute your mic, Sissy. Miss Mashabane. Okay, she's probably busy, or maybe she really doesn't know how to unmute. Okay, they said 43 seconds, so let's keep her for a while. We'll come back to you, Sis Mashabane. Pure, good morning.
Morning.
Morning. How are you, sis?
Good, how are you?
I'm cold and I'm lonely, but it's fine.
So that's strong.
So that's
I'm trying to look at it from, okay, fine. You get married to this woman because you love her, right? Cool. She now has your kid. What a blessing. I think the main thing is here is you need to be appreciative. Oh, like we're all saying, with a woman goes through so many changes with the childbirth and everything. Maybe the reason why she's not giving him anything, or they're not able to match each other like they used to, is because he's not doing the things that he used to do before she got pregnant and she had the kid. You know, there is that 6-week waiting period, and at the end of the day, you may find he's not doing things that he used to do to get her to be in that mood. I think what a lot of women, they complain about, okay, cool, he's not doing the things that he used to do for us to get there. We're not doing the romantic things anymore. We're not doing, you're not pushing as hard with her, or you're pushing in the wrong way. Now it's a matter of, because I'm married to you, you have to give me. And before the kid, maybe he used to take me out to dates and we used to do these little things. And for a woman, sexuality starts in the mind. And you may find he's not stimulating her in that way, and you may find he's not playing a good father role. We don't know what the main root may be as to why she feels like she can't match up to his level. And she probably is still forgiving him, because she's also sitting there thinking, okay, she might be compromising. I mean, I just had a kid with you. I don't see it benefiting me to leave you. At the end of the day, you're the father of my kid. You could be her first even, and there's so many emotions that are evolving within her herself, and he's just not matching the same energy when it comes to emotions and able to link on that level. He doesn't have that growth to link up sexually on that level. Like, sex evolves, guys, and after you have a kid, you can't expect us to now be doing the same things that we were doing before Mtana Fika, whatever the case may be. Maybe now it needs a little bit more effort, and a little bit more input. And you may find he's not doing those things. But on his side, for him to put everything aside, like we've all been saying, he's selfish, to put her aside completely and be like, I'm going to cheat 6 times with 6 different women, and I'm going to catch feelings here and there and all of these things. And I'm just going to come back to you and say, oh, I'm sorry, and whatever the case may be. He has completely unacknowledged her. So, like we're saying, he's selfish in what he's doing. He's coming through to tell us, hi, I've been doing all of these things. What am I supposed to do about it? He knows exactly what to do. He just, yeah.
So Pio, so now, like, what can he do to actually fix this now? Because now he's willing to actually like fix, as in like working like the sexual things more and lead demons, but then how can he do it now?
Ankere, he came, like he's saying things were munati before things went haywire, right? He needs to acknowledge within himself, what was I doing at that time when things were still nice? He's also not telling us. So we'll see what exactly changed. That's also another reason maybe why we aren't able to assist him to identify how can you go back to how things used to be. Because he's not saying, oh, this is why it changed. He's just saying, oh, okay, she can't match my energy.
Yeah, nah. Hey, yeah, and and like there's a comment there from non-clan demand says you'd find that he's not even helping with the baby, but then he still wants like the fireworks, like, which could be actually, because like clearly and sex to him, like that's a big thing to him,
Yeah, it's a big thing, but he's detached. There's no way that you can be married, have sex with so many people, and come back to your wife and say, I'm sorry 6 times, and still expect her to continue to forgive you and to love you and to take care of you and to do all these things for you. Until he realizes that, I'm taking this woman for granted. That's the only way he's going to be able to see it. We can't open his eyes for him. If you've decided to go and seek love outside, she can't be the one to now go the extra mile to make sure that you stay at home. How is she going to? Okay, she does that. She's okay, no, let's do it here and there. But remember, the demon, like he's saying, is still within him. What is he doing on his side to say, shit, okay, she's pulling through for me. She's doing this for me. Let me also play my part. Because, it takes 2 to tango. She can't tango there on her own. And he's now also saying, you don't want to tango with him. I'm going to go tango with other people. and you must just keep forgiving me every now and then. And askis.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you very much, Piwe. And you seem new here. Welcome. Pom pom. Yay. Shine. Sharp sharp. Thanks, man. Great. Hey, yeah, no, hey. Rakari Palace, hello.
Good morning, everyone. So
How
guys,
are
I
you?
hope you can hear me. It's raining here and lights kama mazenki.
Nah, it's okay. It's fine. Like, we can hear you.
Guys,
Parking cars, like, just keep liking the like, let's reach like 50 Kenyan and then like, please send me roses also. Or some gift stuff. You know, like, they make up for cents, but then like those cents, like, they make up more, you know? Please and thank you. Oscar is
hi guys.
mm,
So the problem here is not this child. Leave this child alone. This child didn't do anything.
mm,
This man is saying things like she's ticklish and she doesn't like being touched. There's no pregnancy that makes somebody ticklish. These two people, they got married to each other, but sexually compatible. This guy is going back to the ex. Did you hear his first statement? Ore, I was in a long-term relationship with somebody who I had fireworks sex with, ne? And had 2 kids. And I married this one because she's a wife. It's the same thing I keep saying. Some men will keep you just because they see value in you, not because they want you. This guy is not sexually attracted to this woman. He has never been. What, like, if he's a chatty guy and this girl is ticklish, how did they even start the engine? Because he couldn't touch, she doesn't want him to go down there, and those are things he enjoys. So how did it ever work before this child came? He just saw value in her. She's a good woman, she's a good wife material, and he married her. He was never sexually attracted to her. Now even the child, I don't even understand the issue with the child. How did it even come in? And he just said after we had a child, didn't say, like, guys, the child, the birth, because guys, we cannot say childbirth can change your sexual mentality like that. Then if that's the case, you need to go and work on yourself, because you know in marriage sex is a very important thing and men love sex. We are not going to be ignorant about that and say, hey, think about, no, men love sex, they enjoy it. And then if you say, well, I am having problems after childbirth that are hindering me from having proper sex with my husband, you go and find help, because you know he wants this thing. The doctor will tell you after 6 weeks you guys can try again. Leona, this guy is counting every minute, every second, or 6 weeks yet, and then I'm gonna get some. So if you say, no, man, actually, I'm not feeling that confident, then you do something. You get help. You find what do you call those things? Or whatever. If you feeling the body is not with a body kg exercise, you try and do something, because you know this man is going to one sex, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if you are not ready, you communicate that to him. You don't let him assume, right, maybe it's the child, maybe it's this, and all of a sudden she's ticklish. There's no pregnancy that makes somebody ticklish. Aye, let's be honest. No, you cannot. These people were never sexual. This guy just saw wife material. Maybe most probably she's financially dependent or financially smart, and he saw, this is a woman I can build with. But he has never been sexually attracted to her. And leave this woman, I don't understand, if this guy keeps tickling you and you know you're ticklish, how did you even get married to such a guy? He keeps wanting to go down and tickling, and if he's bored, chances are you're also bored. It cannot be that one person enjoys sex and the other is not. Like, if he's bored with the sex and Luena, you don't want to be tickled, and this guy keeps tickling you, you're gonna be irritated. How did you get married to such a guy? These people were never. Guys.
yes, but you know what, like, this actually reminds me of, I think it was last month, I think. We kind of had a conversation like this where, guys, please marry people that you are sexually
People that you are
compatible
sex
with.
is very important. Sex is head, like I would say, in healthy marriages you have sex every night. Every night,
Wait,
sometimes
every
slowly,
night.
every single night. If
Oh,
maybe the chemistry is there and Elena, I want it at the same rate, we have it every single night. You're like, is there any tablets I
when
can
was
take?
this?
No, I'm not saying everyone. I say people who have that kind of
Yeah.
ticklish, ne? But
That
sex is
level
had
of
every
sexuality.
night. There's men who actually want sex every night, and there's nothing wrong with them. And if I see before we even get married that I can never keep up with this guy, Why would I agree to be married to such a guy? Why would I? Because I see this is going to be a problem. This person wants every night, and I can't keep up. I can't.
Mm.
I don't have that barking. I can iona energy. I can iona what do you call it? I don't have those
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
crazy.
cravings that every night. Then you
Mm.
you save yourself because chances are he's gonna want to go and scratch his itch somewhere else.
Which is, but again, no, it's not like there's something that I said like last year, ne? Then I kind of got bashed me of it, ne? Because I was like dating this other young lady here, right? So like you all know her, but then like please like don't name her, please, now. Then I said, "Hor, guys, me I'm that person, hor, okay. I understand that we are people here, guys, ne? So if when you you feel like bargain, you feel like having the takeaway. Rather let me know, baby. Kids are okay. Me, I'm not in the mood right now, but then you want to do something, just let me know. For okay, kids are okay. It's again now. And baby bonnet hair queen and that's go down. And I don't know, I don't like that's how I know boy. No,
Not even
it's
Lihe.
right.
As a human
And I
being,
was like,
there's no, not even going to go and get takeaways. Not
mm,
everybody will be in the mood everywhere. Remember, we work, we've got
hey,
kids, we've got stress, we've got financial problems. So there will be a time I'm a bit off. I cannot be off for the whole year and be ticklish for the whole year. So
yeah.
that's when we can say don't be selfish, or you know what your wife is going through, be a bit understanding. There's no one who can be understanding for a whole year, especially
Mm.
with sexual desires. Our guys, we're expecting this guy to behave like Jesus Christ, and it can never happen. Yes, he will be understanding for that 6 weeks after you give birth and try and. But then when afterwards you keep going and keep going, no, I'm moody, no, I'm not ticklish, no, I don't want you down there. No, 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 no. Lena, as a woman, I would leave. Hey, I
Hey,
would leave.
man. Hey, yeah, okay. So now, like, okay, so like, what's the solution now, again?
Solution is simple. This woman must choose herself and leave this guy. And why I'm not saying this guy must leave this woman alone. I'm saying this woman must choose herself and leave this guy. This guy will not stop cheating on her. And it's going to affect her very negatively. She's going to feel like there's something wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with her. There's people who are not ticklish. There's nothing wrong with them. That's just the kind of person that she is. She's just linked to a wrong person. So before she starts having problems with her self-esteem and doubting herself and trying even to look for problems where there's none, no, I think since I had the baby, there's nothing wrong with you, babes. You just don't have the kind of energy this guy has. You need your calm person who's calm and understanding, who doesn't want to tickle you but wants to hold your hand. That's the kind of man you deserve. Not this one. This is not yours. This tiger is not yours. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. So this woman, now I would strongly advise you, choose you, babes, choose your sanity. This guy is not gonna give you peace. And okay, he will meet another tigeress out there. He will still look for lions. The problem is with him. And then he I don't know why. God, I've never heard of a man compromising when it comes to sex. I don't know how this guy came to compromise and married a woman he does not enjoy sex with.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Ah,
I'm afraid of spoilers, so thank you very much.
thank you guys. I'm gonna be on the comments.
So, but then guys, no, man, like from me personally, please like do not have sex every day. Like, bruh, equal only us, guys. We 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 are growing up here, you know. You know, and so please, like, be careful. No, and like once or twice a week, come on. I mean, it's fine. No, I mean, like, dude, we are working here, bruh. So, hey, man, wana barki mangana, wana barki mangana, barki mangwan senzo. Mm mm. Nah, fam. But anyway, sis Mashaba, hello, happy, hello, oi, oi, Mashabani, hello, 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 hello. Sorry about that. Good
Hi,
morning, also, okay,
Kitengele guy.
right, also, welcome, hey, you're new here, also, shine.
Thank you.
Mm,
Okay, so now I agree with Palisa with certain points.
mm.
So the thing is, they always teach us, it's about Ruta, like more especially the preachers, they always say that as a woman, marry a man who wants to be a husband, not a man who wants a wife. Really?
Oh, Isan.
Yes, but they always teach us that, and we don't listen. And this is where it becomes important. Because when you marry a man who wants to be a husband, he's always trying to be a better husband to you, not trying to always get something from you. But a man who wants a wife, utlile to take, that person is there to take, to receive. Let me just put it like that. Their number one priority is to receive from the wife. She must do this for me. She must make me feel like a king. She must serve me. Do you understand all those things? That is a man who's looking for a wife, not a man who's looking to be a husband. So the issue here is it's a common thing. This is not only unique to them. This is a very common thing to most married couples or committed relationships where they are cohabiting. So the issue is that the guy will never be satisfied, even if he goes to another woman. The moment that woman gives birth, all those crazy things they were doing prior will stop. Also, because the other thing is that when a woman gives birth, you become overwhelmed. That's the other thing that we never take into consideration. Before the child, the woman was probably taking care of herself, the household, and the guy only. But now there's another human being who demands her attention full-time 24/7. So now she has to split herself amongst all these people. And find out guy Guti Yena, he still expects the same amount of attention as he was getting before the baby, the same amount of affection, and to find out that you cannot get anything from an empty cup. The woman is probably empty herself.
Sure, yeah.
So she has nothing to give. So instead of him now coming in and trying to fill in her cup so that she's able to pour into his, his expectation is that this woman, I married you. You have to fulfill my needs. I am a man. You see that mentality.
Gents,
So
listen.
the guy will go, my brother, this is what destroys a lot of men. This man will go. And I'm telling you, this will be the fall of this guy. He will go to the next woman. And then the next woman, he'll have the same problem and move to the next. And mind you, there's no building in that whole process. Do you understand?
Zimas, ne?
So,
You deserve this right now. Wait. You just dropped some serious puzzle. You take it in New Zealand right now, sister.
thank you.
Yeah, no,
So
phela
the
kanyana,
thing is,
kanyana, 2 minutes
with
nyana.
most of us, ritsana manyalong without really getting the guidance that you need and the growth that you need. Both men and women need to grow before you get married. You need to be matured and be ready for the responsibility of marriage. And there are now ones who are in love.
Preach, my sister, preach. Hallelujah. Jesus.
Rena, once we feel like we are in love, we think that says it's a qualification for marriage. Maratong, it qualifies us to get in there. And when we get in there, racha, because we don't have the skills to stay in there. So brothers here now, butata say aus because the next woman it will be the same thing. We have similar problems as ladies. It's a common thing, this thing. Yauri, after giving birth, you go through, now you are lost in this whole thing. So a guy nje, if he wants to be a successful man and live long, hadule and get guidance from elders. That will keep him. But if he goes, Shem, it will be another story. Thank you.
Yes. Zezi Mashabani, you know, and guys, you know, like, we can just go back to work actually, you know, like, you know, I guys are born. You summed it up very, very beautifully, my sister Hori. Must understand why are you there? Not just because well, I know you want a wife, no. Do you want to be a husband, a leader, a father? Beyond the sex, beyond the love lives here, beyond the in. Born gents, fade. To my hello. You're muted, sister.
Hello, hello.
There we go. There we go. How are you,
Can
my
you hear
sister?
me now?
Yes, I can.
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm alive. I'm cold. Thanks.
Alela, first of all, I want to say Sis ZJ, she actually said exactly, she said it even better. I was thinking like
Better.
exactly the lines I was going to go through because her and Piwe actually had similar opinions because Nabinzotine that men love, like most men in such situations, it's because they love to center themselves in relationships. And because you can't tell me that this lady spent over 10 years with this man and he practically reduced her to just sex. Like he reduced her to just sex. There's no thinking beyond that. Like guys, we are living in modern times. Men who want marriage will educate themselves about women bodies. They will educate themselves about pregnant bodies. They won't just sit. They won't allow. And even if I'm not saying every man, but men know, they understand the ramifications of, okay, I want a family. I understand my wife is going to go through this hardship, or however they view pregnancy, because pregnancy is hard. It's not easy. If men need to understand that pregnancy is one of the most dangerous things a woman can go through on earth, and you're carrying a child. So now also with all of this happening, this man, like, he decided, that no, after unyansilosis I see to that, even if he meets somebody else, he's still gonna go to that because he doesn't value marriage. He doesn't value the essence of marriage, the essence of building a family. He just likes the sweet things. He just loves the excitement of, because he's talking about how they used to be. And akamhlalisi phansi, because that's what mature people will need to do in marriage. You sit down with your wife, you ask them, are you okay? Maybe he's not even helping. Somebody actually pointed this out, that maybe he's not even helping out with the child. Now he's sitting there and he sees that I have this free time and I don't know what to do, because no one in their sane minds would have 6 takeaways in a span of, like, it's not normal. And also what I'm gonna say to the lady who is like the wife is that her staying somewhat builds resentment from Vienna. Like men also tend to move like that. Her staying in the relationship, uzamjonga and be like, even when I'm giving you my worst, you still stay. Like even when I'm giving you trash, you still stay. Even when I'm giving you the bare minimum, you still stay. So it's like then her, irrespective of Manai for Yena, is how you say. I don't know how else to explain this, and I know it's hard. You can't just accept people who are married to just leave Kanjalo, because there's so much things that happen in marriage. But he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop because I feel like he went to ask a man to just sort of find, he knows what he's doing is wrong, and he kind of,
Validation for
I
his
think
actions.
he wants to be validated, but at the same time he knows that we're not going to do it. He knows what he's doing is wrong. He knows what he needs to do. Yeah, Ivan.
You know what? Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say, Nje. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
As guys, you know what, nah? You see, today, I am very proud of the ladies actually today. You know, this wasn't gender wars, but then like, porn, like, this was very informative actually. Or no, we're not saying he, mina, look me, but then let's meet each other here. No? Happy. Nine gents. Stop being selfish, guys. You can't be what's that? Like chasing the hot stock of bodies, like as in working forever. Yeah, you really can't, bruh. We change, we grow up, we get fat, nah? Then we get skinny, then we get wrinkled here and there. Our bodies go through pains and like do whatever ever. Yet when you want your wife to stay the same, like the slender you had, Kauma, as in like 5 years back. No. Then food, you want a child, you want a family, you want it's get like forever, but then you You want her to stay the same forever. That's next level ignorance, my guy. That's next level like delusion there. So please, guys, let's get ourselves right. If you're gonna choose to be with a person, learn and understand that they're not gonna be like this forever. So now, oh yeah, actually, there's something that I told my brother actually like a few weeks ago. Kerajo. Me, I like the normal, and like average body, like I wanna like layers to like kind of like the cellulite, what you can actually that because I'm aware hore, you're not gonna be hot forever. Nah? But as long as you look natural like that, you are confident there and food like an peel of food. Brother. That's a huge one for me actually. Because you understand what okay. I wanna like but again, I wanna like God like this looks for yellow bone. They wanna fade away one day. Mari. Once fella I can see you go 2K. I wanna learn like when like she is like let's say 50. I can still look at her and be like, Le purfiga yamile. Agnanda. You check. So gents, like let's be mature nyana molilo mole man. Okay, yeah, fair manje she has makeups on her head weave and stuff like that. Mara one day she's gonna have those patches in her hair. You are gonna have to choose to love her like that. Are you still gonna be there? When those BB breaking kind of BB what's like, yeah, sharp. They are gone. When you can't actually like be up now. What if Yena she leaves you because when house of manja, how you gonna feel now? But here when no diabetes man just manja I house of manja. Then what? You're gonna be hurt and say, what's the matter? Like women are really? Anyway, that's my closing there. Dean is gonna close it up there, and then from 11:30, we're gonna have a little social corner. So today, ke personal development Monday, okay? We are gonna help each other be better people. But anyway, yeah. So Dean,
Bantwana benkosi sanibonani.
sabona bafoza fere?
Fere?
Mona one.
No, guys, I've realized that winter is a big slap to some of us. It gives us that reality of how cold it is, in fact, in our lives, both physically and relationship wise. But we are not there. I think my sisters have actually said it all when it comes to this. But as you'll know that I like conservatory. I'm always in a very different view at all times. In relationships, and I think I've had this, Mina, personally. We when we date on the expectations of, and we date on the present time, expecting not to have what we have now for the rest of our lives, but we desire a certain look from each other. I think it's unfair for us to then say that men are ignorant to understand the changes that females go through. When it's very unfair, in fact, because we also go through the very same change. We get big with the love that we receive from these beautiful souls, the food that they feed us, our body changes, and it's up to us to make sure that we maintain the very same charming, good-looking guy, fit, well-built guy that she fell in love with. So we should not then be ignorant ourselves and then say, no, we should choose a side in this matter. I do not support infidelity in any way. Cheating is cheating. For you to cheat 6 times to on your wife, clearly you are not interested in that person. That sums it up. We don't have to really dive and try to be philosophical and try to be theologians about this matter. You've cheated on this person 6 times with 6 different women. That's how much you don't value that person. Ifelada, without her having to give birth, without her having, you've cheated 6 times on one person that loves you. You don't love that person. You have no attraction to that person. You have no, you use that person as your safe haven of saying, I know there's someone that's going to warm my bed at home. But there is no love in such things. What I want us to agree on, or not even want us to agree, but to look at, is that within relationships, we are required to hold ourselves accountable to a certain level of stage. I cannot date you in my prime time. And when I say prime, I mean in the time where we are still fresh, our blood is still clean, we are of youth, and then require you to fall in love with whatever change that might come from me without you being happy. It requires, hence I said, if I fell in love with you showering 3 times a day, cleaning yourself, all of a sudden you don't do that. You can't then say, I should then be the same person. You can't. You can't then say a man that has been loving, supporting, when that changes, that you are bound to still love that. No, we can't. We have to hold ourselves accountable, guys. Immediately when the things that made me attracted to you changes, definitely my emotions and my attraction to you will also change. So hold yourself accountable. Good. Njayam, I used to go to the gym. My woman loves a fit, built man. I used to go to the gym. When I stop going to the gym, that's going to affect her in seeing what she saw the first time she fell in love with me. So I have to hold myself accountable as much as I won't be as fit as I was in my prime. But my body should then say, hey, umuntu wakho ubejima, yazi. And when I take off my t-shirt, my woman should say, you know, you used to be a bodybuilder. When that sexiness that she saw, she should still see it even when I grow old. Good para baby, wakhumbula usajima when you are still fit wangempela. Manje ngiyakubona ukuthi ufit mara awusafani nakuqala. Which means I've maintained the attraction that I've had, that attracted my woman from day one. So umfazi wami akangathi ngoba usengizalela umntana bese ayayidedela. Now she has a big belly. Our grandmas used to tie their bellies to control their body shapes, and now it's vice versa. They don't do that no more. And then you are still expecting the very same person to be as attracted as he was from. Let's hold ourselves accountable, guys. As I said, let's not be emotional about this. Let's be practical.
Eva, you know what? Like this kind of goes back to what Miss Mashabani said actually. Hore, maybe check yourself for like, well, why do you want to be with like that person? You know, she said, Hore, do you want a wife or do you want to be a husband? You know, so now like you saying Hore, okay, like
Believe
wait.
you me, I second Masha. I second ZG. Believe I 100% agree with her, but I think it's unfair for her to then close it on, do you want to be a husband, when there's a woman in the very same play that has to want to be a wife also. Let's not forget, Guti, when we are starting, you are a boyfriend and a girlfriend. The desire is for us to be husbands and wife. From there, it's to be a mother and a father. these stages should not then be neglected based on the fact that we are moving from one stage to another. I should always be a boyfriend to my woman, at the very same time be a husband, because now I'm acting as a husband role. But at the very same time, when she bears kids for me, I should then be a father to the kids, not forgetting to be a husband to my wife or being a boyfriend to my girlfriend. Because
So
these
now,
people, as much as we move through the grades of life, we should not then forget, what am I to you and what are you to me?
yeah, and happy like that kind of means gore, you're gonna have to okay, tlhaloganya gore like there are going to be changes here and there. So now there's going to be like a okay, level of compromise here and there, like like a certain level of understanding or okay, like things are not going to be the same anymore, because now we just had a child. So now the things like that we used to do, then they're gonna have to change here and there.
You know, Leroy, I was the reason why I came in late today. I was looking at the comments and I was waiting for a woman to point out the things that some women do, especially after giving kids. And it's unfortunate. Hence, I say, Guti, a simple example. Our grandmas, after giving birth, they used to tie their tummies, not for their men, but for themselves, so that the tummy can go back to where it was before the pregnancy. They would force themselves through the pain of saying, you know what, I won't. There was the ideology at gym at that time was not there. So tying the tummy itself used to bring the tummy to its former form, as much as it can't be exactly, but it used to try and push it to its former form. And I was waiting for a woman to say, you know what, but some females get lazy, they don't want to shower. These are things that a woman is saying. Not that we don't see it, we see it. We understand that you just gave me a child. I'm not expecting you to do kung fu and give me all these positions, all of us. No. I get that you just gave me a child. That's why I am patient enough and loyal enough within the so-called 6 months waiting period.
Dean,
I'm here.
most of us agree with you. We're not disputing that. But what we're saying is that most of the time, like, we don't make room for the things that were never prepared for. Like the thing of a man can easily, like, any day can get in an accident. I'm making an example, or the lady, and then they lose. Maybe they get involved in an accident, and then there was a fire there, and then now the beauty is gone. Then what happens when that beauty is gone? The beautiful face is no longer there. Now this person is a person with scars everywhere. The marriage has to continue. And how do you move on from there? So those are the things we are saying. We're not saying people should get lazy after marriage and ignore themselves and stuff like that. No. What we're saying is that we should be ready for everything that comes with marriage. And that's the readiness that we don't prepare ourselves for. The fact that even the man, he can be busy, you can be busy the whole night, but when he reaches his 40s, now ngathi i-generator kufuna uyiqale ngabo jum 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 jum. Do you understand? So you can't say now that because now my husband akusasingi that guy lo ngahlangana naye from day one, now I have to go look for the one ukuthi now ebusuku uba busy. Do you understand? You have to continue with that very same person. So that's why they say that in most cases, if you want your marriage to be successful, marry for purpose. Don't marry for the things on top, the emotional things and all. Marry for purpose. If you guys have the same purpose, you are going to the same place. That purpose will keep you together because the goal is where we're going. It's not where we are. But if we're going to marry for these things that are on top, then it will be an issue because all these things change for both men and women, guys. It changes.
Okay, Sis Mashabani, thank you very much. Breaking can we need rate now. So guys, we are here now, and then my apologies because I got a call there quickly, but we are here. More talk to me now. So now, working. Wait. Okay. We are done with the Ask a Man partner. Sharp. Marwin is gonna have to actually like just spice it up there quickly. So let's remember to keep liking the screen there so that we can reach like 60 Kenya and 50 Kenya and Lapo. So this is now the little social corner like we have here, right? So now here we help each other here now. So let's say you need help with this and that, you can DM us, or maybe you can be here and we can here with us. So we can help you however we can, wherever we can. Remember, this is a very safe space of people here. Nobody's gonna ridicule you, like nobody's gonna judge you here. We can laugh with you, we can laugh like at you, but it's all love, like we are laughing at you with love. But yeah, cool. So today ke personal development Monday, right? So we're gonna share stories there, né? That like like uh like maybe your story will help somebody there, who's going through like a similar thing, So let's try to be positive. Is it positive, respective? Yeah, like footy. Be nice to one another, like let's actually like have fun there. Anyway, we need so what are your last words for Anonza? Then we can do our own thing. Nico, please mute your mic. Thank you. Nico,
Sorry.
thank you, Starable. Winnie, your last remarks there quickly,
Sanbonani,
but
okay,
thank you.
Sanbonani. Yo, Dean has said it. Like, he took words out of my mouth. Ngiyaxolisa if ngizokhubaza abantu abashadile ne, but do not get too comfortable in marriage. That is why khona ama-side chick azonithathela amadoda. If wena sazozitshela ukuthi because of I just got a child, wala. There is a side chick that just got a child and he's giving your man's like good stuff, hey? And he opens that legs. So when mina financial problems, mina, hey, they all have financial problems, those chicks. They have house problems, they have kids also. And then to top it up, boy, now they are dealing with a married man that they are not supposed ukuthi bavele. You understand ukuthi bona bane-stress esingakanani, they know about you, but wena you don't know about them. So stop, akaguli. Ugela akaguli, ugela akahambe ayozama ukubona ukuthi angaspice apha kanjani i-relationship, angathini. Talk to your man. Ask him, babes, what are your fantasies? What if your man wants a threesome? Go to a strip club or something. Find someone. I'm sorry, but just have an open mind. Just have an open mind to it. If umuntu wakho athi bimbe ngihalele ngaphandle, don't say hey, baby, but mina angiyakwazi because of my kids. Baby, ini. Let's do it in the car, in the parking lot. Oh, baby, yazi abantwana, yazi baby, we need to do stop it. Stop it. Just nje wena space the relationship. Shukuthi ugele nje yena uvula nje and then abe chicken. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. Guys, what? Like just a disclaimer, eh? Let me remind you of something, nah? Barking kind because right now we don't promote barking kind of promiscuity, né? So let's remember that.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
And with that said, hello re wena o batla di-threesome le di-eng e braya mo wena mo ha re di tsene o itse ke ene hello re wena o chicken keku you chose bafosa we're born how you go about it like born uwe lapho rona we promote peace and love le respect le lerato we ba re keng kana like very often ne ba re ke mang kana ba re keng our leader here KG ne he always says spread love not legs ska dlala ka mmele ke tempele ya modimo mara ha lo wena go di ke ne bona sure okay so now before sis noms actually because I don't know I mean like we all know sis noms guys you know but hey so the thing today ne get personal development ne sharp so now what do you okay what do you like what's that struggle with that you cannot change but then you you've you've learned to live with actually anyway because like that's beyond your control yeah so that's the topic actually today like sharp like we are done with he him jolo no. What is that one flaw that you have that you cannot change about yourself, but then you've learned to live with it, live around it, nah? Because what I'm trying to do here, Gore, like okay, we are what's that like 140 here now. So now maybe there's a person here who actually like wants to come through here, but then they are scared. So now we are trying to actually help as in like such people, you know? I mean like for example, your host here, no? As you all know by now, Leroy starts us like crazy. But in J because there's nothing I can do about it. Nah? And I like to talk a lot. As in it's the king. You like me, you'll stay. You don't like me, you leave. You know? So like those are just like one of the things where like I'm like yeah, it sometimes gets to me, you know. I mean like here and there, you know, like and I get like arrogant and like really nervous and I'm a bit of a perfectionist here and there. So like that kind of gets to me, but then I'm like, hey man, Pop bruh, we are here.
Hello.
Scarabo, please mute your mic, Scarabo.
Okay, yeah. So Dumela.
Wait, Lala, mute your mic.
Sorry?
Breathe again. Mute your mic.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah,
Oh,
nah?
oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Okay, let me do it for you, nah?
Hear me now, ne?
Oh, wait. Right. So yeah, just one of those things, you know? How you deal with it, you just have to move with it. Like, yeah, it sucks every now and then, but you just have to move with it. So, like, what is your flop that maybe you can help, like, somebody there, you know? Like, who's maybe going through, like a similar thing? So let's start with Sis Noms. Coco Noms, baby girl Noms.
Loy. Sawubona wena Loy.
Sabona Coco
Yazi, I heard what uNowi ngiyaphila Skari. I wish I could show you my grandson. Ubuzobona ukuthi why I'm a proud granny. I wish I could. I wish I could. I had him when I was 10 years old. I know they're going to get confused. I had the mother when I was 10 years old. So the biological mom gave me the mom, and now she has a child. So Mutu Gogo, baby, you are on the money. You are on business. I'm trying to say, hi, bo, wasuba confused, nje.
Yeah, very, because I'm like, it's like you had a child at 10 years. Man. But anyway, it's fine. It's cool. It's fine.
Ngisekhona nje.
Mm,
Don't get confused. I'll explain when I have time. Uyangizwa kodwa manje? So Mina, my thing is I don't no Winnie, I know you were just saying, baby, it's not please I hope Mina now we've spent days and you know how I am. I think what Udin said, no Winnie said, I'm not against or going to angazi ukuthi ngithini, I'm not going to much against it, but in the corner, my worry is that because I was not here when Ukai was explaining yonke lento. But my thing is, did we hear him say, I tried to reassure her, I tried to make space for her to feel comfortable in everything that's going on? Like, did we, I don't know, that's why please correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like when this thing is still new, angithi thina women sizohlanga-hlangana, and then everything, my breasts are now not the same, my breasts are now not the same size, my bums are hit by lightning, kuning at the same time, and then we've got this person who's busy crying non-stop. Remember, when they cry, they trigger you, you understand? It's not like when they cry it's just a normal cry, like when dogs bark. They trigger you when they cry. It's like you were, for 9 months you were dealing with the body weight and body problems, back pain and everything, and now when you rest from that, boom, umuntu has arrived. They cry non-stop. Sometimes you don't know what to do. And if I was a man, unfortunately I'm not a man, if I was a man, the first 3 months when the child is there, okay, you can say something, Galiloy.
Mrs. Noms, like, silolile lapho gogo.
Ilang khona ke mina before I pass.
Okay.
So when Aliloy, the first 3 months, I thought abantu besilisa, the first 3 months are going to work on fetching me from lang khona, yabon. I thought it was going to be those long cuddles. We know we are not doing anything, and now it was gonna be those long cuddles, assuring me ukuthi ungawari umkhaba mfazi wami sidila ngawo. We go to Zara, we go to Levi's, we buy those tight jeans, uyangena umkhaba. I did that for my cousin, and I'm female, I'm not even lesbian. Because kune lawyer eyamshada yamdivorce because now she's overweight, she's what. I was like, baby, come to me, leave that short-sighted man. We went, bought new jeans, safaka umkhaba phakathi kwe-jean, bought the right bras. Like you give yourself, I'm not saying give yourself 3 years, I'm saying for the first 3 months, do your work. Do your work so that umuntu wesifazane is able to perform anyhow. Did we hear him say, I even hired a nanny to stay with the child so that we disappear for 3 days, so that ngimenze izinto eyikhohlakele some way? We did not. When your main focus was jumping into these 6 roller coasters, these 6 springboks, what dila ngama springbok? Mina, I wish you can do your work, and when you fail, you come back to us and say, I even went outside because I tried, and unoms is a stubborn mule. Because mina, any man who fetches me from the hospital after 7 days when my body is healed, I'm a C-section and whatnot, and then he keeps holding me, assuring me that, Noms, don't worry about the dark marks on your thighs and whatnot. You are still the one, my girl. You are still that springbok that was a champion, a woman on top. You are still the girl who used to flip like nothing I've ever seen. It's just that now you have to nurture a baby, but I want you to keep coming back because anyway, you are that girl. Those hugs work, those cuddles, long cuddles, skin to skin is not only for babies, it's also for mommies too, because you're trying to assure me. That thing of stealing me every now and then when I'm not expecting it. That thing of squishing me, it works. That thing of pouring water in a bathtub and disappearing with me for a whole hour. It works.
But I've not heard anything. That's why it is someone correct me, because I've not heard anything about him making effort. He was just there. Yeah, you could not come back from that. What? Yes, some of us don't need therapy. We need men to just come and fetch us. But people are not doing their chores. People are not giving effort to where it's supposed to be given. You are giving effort. Ukambu bona ama springbok ngaphandle. So I don't think Minanje, this man, I can say no. I'm not going to judge a man who has tried and said I would even, because Mina, I'm not gifted in looking after babies. I would even call my own sister to come take care of our baby, so that sometimes silale so too on the bed. Silale so women need that. Sometimes call labo sisibenu, your sisters who talk too much, the one who gossip about us. Call that same sister. Tell him that Sisi, this is your child. Ubabekazi cannot fail to handle ingane kabhuti wakhe. Sleep with this child. I want to spend time with my wife, so that when the time for kung fu comes, Abe is springbok, because I know she was once a springbok. Imagine me, a springbok of note. I come from my 20s, I was a springbok, and now all of a sudden I shut down because gunengan, and when you don't see that. And also when Leroy, I'm gonna speak from personal experience. I mean, I think with my first son, I had a very smooth birth because it was a C-section, and then my second son, the birth was traumatic because I don't handle pain well. So imagine coming from that, and then when you take it as my mother gave birth to 8 kids, you can't be complaining about that, Noms. What do you want to see? Because listen, Mina, I am in my mother's character when I am soft, but when I switch, I become my father's daughter, because anyway, my father was that guy who khohlakele naye. You see now? So that's why I need to, can we be considerate in terms of did he put any effort? I went to the hospital one after 9 months giving birth to your child. You fetched me, was on Lahla, and I had to deal with a lot alone. And what you did was going into people's DMs, and you were doing the work of Satan. You are doing the work of Satan. And then some mothers are going to tell us that men cheat when you are nurturing a baby, because and then you find that our kids have triplets and twins and siblings, because we can't be doing this. That's why I need to take that woman out. We are going to Levites, we are going to Zara, I'm going to get you jeans that are going to get you back into shape. I'm not expecting you to come back as a miracle wonder. No, umkhaba wakho, it's fine, we try to deal with it, but umkhaba is stubborn. But now what do? Get that woman new pairs of jeans, new bras. Try your best. You've tried your best. Otherwise, you guys have too much options. That's why I need Lala cool. And Mina, if you do this to me, I would evolve, and you won't like what you'd see, because anyway, I expected you to be a bit sensitive. I did not say 3 years, few months. Try for a few months, man. I'll come back. I'm human. I was once there.
So for those who are new here, do you know that favorite aunt that you have? They were the family gatherings. She working. She's the favorite one actually here. No, she spits bars and then she tells it as it is, and that's why we love these norms, because we were moving forward. Then Yana, she was like, Silana kahle kahle. She's the one actually. So yeah, man, gents, love your woman, man. Joe, stop being selfish, because I mean, it's batala, you know. They're also human actually, so learn to love with love. Sure, Dean.
I love our rich aunt.
Yeah, plan.
I love her now. But today I'm sitting next to her. I'm not sitting next. Yeah, well, I'm not receiving it, but I'm receiving it. I don't know. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Before I want support from my woman, I should do it on my own. My woman should add based on what I'm doing. Before I'm demanded to support my wife and buy jeans and what, my woman should be standing up and saying, "Baby, this is what I was. This is where I'm going. Guys, we have actors that give birth and 3 months down the line, they are shooting an action movie scene. We have people that will go through training while they are still pregnant because of themselves, not because of their husbands. You know, we have, hence I'm saying, I think we should hold ourselves accountable. You know, and we get it that at one point you are a Springbok of note, and you are doing all these moves. If you don't have the willingness of saying, baby, fetch me from where I am now and bring me to where I was, glorify me back. I get that as a man, the best thing that you can do for your partner at that time is to worship her with praise and be there when she sees the scars that God has blessed her with, and just try and love her throughout the very same changes that are within her body. But it should be a self thing. It cannot be my responsibility, you being fit again. It has to be you saying, I want to be where I was. I want to be fit. That's why a man, when isiqala induku ingasavuki, we don't call our woman and say, buy Viagra. We do our own things in our side. We speak to our machita and saying, hey, mthotiba kishapa 4 rounds. So all of a sudden, if Kishapa one, it's gonna be an issue. Machita, kinwa ing, mpe, sokai, doctor, ofin. I take the initiative, me myself, to say, this is what I've been giving, and this is what I should still give. If she can still take it, I still have to give it. So it has to be a situation. I mean, hence I said I do not condone cheating. If they went to therapy, we don't know exactly what they're talking about in therapy, but it shows the guy saying, I want to try and fix, or I want to try and bring back what we had. And it shows the woman saying, definitely we are fixing, or we are trying to bring whatever that we had. But it has to be a personal thing saying, I am willing to work back to bring what I was. I'm willing to go back to the body that I had. I'm willing to do the things that I used to do before, but I have to do them. And my man will support me. My woman will support me. But I have to stand up from the bed through the pain and go to the gym. I have to, through the embarrassment, and speak to Hama out and say, Njayam, how do I, it has to be a self thing first before we require people to then support us beyond where we can pull ourselves out from. Because the dark hole is ours. I have to climb so that someone can reach down and pull me out of. That's just my 2 cents. But hence I said, Mina, our rich aunt, I respect very well. And as you had said, Leroy, refitile mo, re kgutletse fela because our supreme being, it latile hape.
You know what, uh, like, let me just close this off. Actually, you know what, like, Bila fella, cause guys, what's again, ne? I wanna let's absolutely manje, so manje party manje. So guys, please, Chabaya. One thing that I see here actually between Dini Lenoms, ne, Kore, you're like basically saying the same thing actually. So I know, like, basically, let there be communication actually. Okay, one baby shower. Mina ngifuna lokho. So manje, what do you want? Sharp. So now, like, let's see how we can actually make this work. Pila, because I don't know, you must do this for me, do this for me. Ona, I don't know, actually now you must make the effort now. So now, clearly, yes, actually, that's a very good start. Actually, okay, you want this, you want this. These are the things you expect actually, from me. But then Futi, understand that for me, so basically you all are saying the same thing, but then you are coming from here, then like she's coming from here. Now the ladies are fighting here now, but oh yeah, well, and I like do no pregnancy here, and I'm like, yeah, but then Federe, let's speak about this. Let's try to understand each other better. Anyway, see, Vali language Please, guys. Ne? I see you. We're not fighting. We're just saying. Kulmani is one. Ne? Right, guys? Okay. Okay, cool. So now, back to the main things. Okay. There was a lady that came here that wanted to speak. Mrs. Karabo, please come back. Mrs. Karabo. Okay. While we wait for Mrs. Karabo. Okay, sharp now. So sharp. So Anja wrote like us. Okay, no, actually she's here. Let's wait for her patiently, now, guys. Nah? Please and thank you. So please, because like she's been waiting. Mrs. Karabo, you're taking. Okay. While we wait for her, Sabs. Hello.
Good morning, guys. Morning, everybody.
Good morning. Alvana. You flew foot.
No, Donna, I'm tired.
Oh,
Guys,
okay.
I get no, but the food is better. Thank you. I'm just like I'm exhausted, guys.
Mm.
Now I have a lot that I struggle with. I actually came up because Utin was boiling me, but I'm gonna park it. I'm gonna let it slide.
Mm. Yes.
I'm gonna let it slide. But now I have a lot that I deal with. I think, but the biggest thing is it's not a physical thing, but um my biggest is drawing boundaries in Joanna.
How
So
did you
I'm
listen
that
to
person that can you hear me now?
Yeah, Bilanyana, like just be like a little louder. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go.
So the one thing that I struggle with is drawing boundaries in terms of mazulu atong tlhaloganya ha ke re I'm that person that ongamkhubekisa kaningi. You know, mina ungangikhubekisa like 55 and you'll come back and I'll still allow you in my life. You know, you would hurt me unkutluse botlhoko, or I can't draw a boundary. I can't say this is it. I am done with Lee unkutluse botlhoko. You know how the other day we were having a conversation and I was telling you guys that someone hurt me and this is what they did, and because I was here with this person, this is how I feel and I'm really hurt. But trust me, if the person comes back to my life, I allow them, and then they do it again, and then they disappear, and then they come back, and I just can't get to a point where I'm like, ga ke batle Leroy anymore in my life. Yes, now I battle, guys. Like my dad used to say, you know, Musa ucela amabhakede. He used to say, nama 20 liter mina lang pake khona Musa, and everyone that just comes in my life, I just offer them Musa wam. So I'm battling with that, and for the longest of time now in my late 20s, I got to a point where I was like, you know what, I need to fight this thing because people are taking advantage of me. People know that they will do something to Sebs and take a break, nyana, and then they'll come back and say, hey, how are you? I've got this one cousin who will hurt me. Like Uncle Tusabutloko. And I know for a fact, I was saying to my other cousin sister now that I know the day she comes back to me, she'll say, hi dude, it's been a while. We are so due for your child at a date. And guys, last week, literally she was like, hey duty, oh my god, it's been a while. I want to tell you this dream that I want to tell you about this dream that I had of you. We are so due for a child at a date. And exactly what I said to Awesome, I sent it back to my sister and I was like, Utra. And Awesome was like, you knew exactly she was going to come back and say this, but you are going to allow it. And you know what? For the first time, I blue ticked her, and that's not me.
Thank you. One baby girl, I'm proud of you for that.
I feel so bad. I feel so bad for blue ticking her, and I know myself. This week, fail. I'm gonna go back to her and say, "Hi, Duty. I'm available on this day and this day. You'll let me know on your availability." I know myself. Guys, I am so bad, and so many times I get mad at myself, and I'm a very emotional being. So I'll be sometimes when Leeroy hurts me, I won't be able to explain it. I'll just break down. So I've stopped fighting it. Like I think in my late 20s, I used to fight it so bad. I used to say, no, I need to be straight. I need to drop her. Now I'm just like, you know what? It's fine. I'm bad. Like I feel like fighting it is more tiring than than allowing them back in my life. So I guys, so far so okay, man, it's fine.
Yeah, but then manje, like, no, fam, Sheba, you block and delete and then you move. Boy,
I
you mad.
I feel bad.
Block and delete. So now you are working. I wanna feel bad for K-Sharp, like that weak nyana ew. I was there now, you be like, oh, I feel it is what it is.
Let me tell you, I can't. I've got this one cousin sister I used to be so close with growing up, especially in my like late high school years. We were so close, and I've done so much for her. And now recently, she just decided to just change and not snacks for. She's the one that became snacks for me, but now because I'm returning the favor, I now feel bad. Khoro, why am I doing this? Because I'm not this person. I'm now allowing people to change me. Yo, guys, so the good. It's bad. I can't.
It's how's your mental health?
See?
She says what?
How's
See,
your
who are also?
in this whole thing? Because like people change us. The way people treat us, those things they do change us somehow. You might not see it in the beginning, but eventually you'll realize that like these people that take you for granted, that might end up affecting your self-esteem as a human being. To think that, oh, that means I'm not worthy. That's why people are treating me like this, or maybe that's why I'm the last option. You see things like those. So that's why I asked, how's your mental health?
At some point, ne, because I've been like this for as Sis Roosevelt. Oh, thank you. Because for the long, I mean, I've been like this my whole life, and I'm 32 years old now. So at some point, in my 20s, I used to really struggle about it, and I used to cry a lot, especially with. And I've got this tendency of giving people a position in my life when I have no positions in their lives, and then because now in my life they have a certain position, I expect them to put me in a certain position. So in my 20s, I used to like my mental health was a mess with that. But now, you know what? I don't let it get to me. I let them come, I let them go. I'm like, wherever you left me, when the day you decide to come back, that's where you're gonna find me. If you go, mover, you're going to jump into my moving train. And if you can't, then sorry. I'm just like that. But I will not block you or be strict and say, like if you come back, I play along, guys, and I get so mad. I don't know why I do that. And I'm like, I'll plan it. Yes, I'm 32, Dean. I will plan it. I'll be like, yo, when Leroy comes back and he texts me, I'm gonna do this and this, and I'm not gonna reply. Not me. I'm not gonna do that. I'm so bad. But yeah, I've tried to let it not get to me.
See?
Sebs, this is very dangerous in a relationship. You see, we always blame the ladies that get killed in relationships that end up dying because of their partners. Is this, you see, when you have that, I don't know if it's kindness, but when you begazela like that, that is very dangerous because a person will do things to you over and over again and then when and at the end of the day, they'll do something to you that when it will be more painful to your loved ones. Because when I won't be there to say it. So those who die emishadweni ngokubegezela is because of this, to say that, no, you know what, they'll be better. Batochincha, mina, I'm going to remain the same. Mina indaba yakhe. You see that? Like that boundary is very necessary because it also protects you. You live long if you have boundaries. Without boundaries, people are cruel in this world. People are selfish. They'll just do as they please. And I could right.
There we go.
But yeah, this is the funniest thing. Sorry, I'm almost done. The funniest thing, guys, when it comes to men, Hashem, akudlalelwa amadazi.
Imbogoto la.
Akudlalelwa hayi mamela bona agu tshamekiwe di-dice mo asiko casino mo yabo sisi wena ZG, when it comes to men I draw those boundaries, and not with a thin line, with such a bold line. If you miss it, it is your baby to deal with. Listen, I am gone. I know when it comes to men and relationships, trust me, I don't even, I'm worse because I don't even say my goodbyes. I'm one of those that will just disappear into thin air. The last time when you slept last night, now I was your girlfriend. This morning you wake up and you don't even know where I am. I don't even say my goodbyes. I don't say what you did. I move on fast in 30 seconds. I'm gone.
Guys, no, please remember, we are left with 15 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, let's try to help people as much as we can. Subs, no, no, talk about like when. We cannot be dealing with the same thing year in, year out. Draw the line here. Marweno, no, but in Kazakh, me, my lava. Subs. Marfedere, you know, Edna, you are gonna make it through. Do not worry. Levanta still. Anyway, okay, we are left with 15 minutes, guys. Like somebody else wants to share like personal story that can help like somebody, but then like just keep it very brief there actually. Because subs and the boundaries, but clearly retlomotsing a modeling, one picky picky, don't worry. So ZG, Noms, Rosie, anything you feel like sharing? I don't know. Or maybe you want to help subs there. I don't know. Come on, guys.
Fun. Hello, how
Hello.
are you, everyone?
Good.
Funny party, we are going through the same thing of being having a big heart. For me, what I'm now doing, as long as it's not affecting my mental health, I let it be. Mawungiphula lapho, ngiyapha naphandle, or wherever I can go, cry about it, talk to myself about it, then come back. Because like Sabs is saying, you can try no matter how many times to say, you want to let it go, but it still comes back. Zothi ngila ngithi hayi yazini, I want to stop it, but makabuye ku-inbox umuntu angicele something, I will help. Ne? So my mission now is, as long as not affecting my mental health is fine. And what she's saying about in terms of relationship, funny part, it just switches off. Mawenze into eyi-one ebhedayo same time, hey, uyahamba I'm not going to wait ukuthi maybe usazolungisa. No. But when it comes to helping people outside, I don't know. I don't care ukuthi last time you did something to me, I will just let it slide. So like ZG was talking about mental health. Yes, that's what I'm now more concerned about. As long as my mental health is fine, what those people say, it's okay. Because another thing, the fear is also to become a person that you don't want to be just because of how people treat you. So that's why I am more focused on when I do it, how you react. It's okay for me as long I'm fine with it.
Hey guys, you know what? As in like, there's something that I realized actually, nah, this past week. You know what? Like sometimes you really just have to be soft with yourself, nah. Mara like like learn to discipline yourself, you know. You see how you would actually reprimand your child actually. Hey, like you must stop doing that. Ngizokushaya. Learn to do that to yourself actually. Or okay, yeah, Federe, you are a lover, you have a lot of love in you, you are very forgiving, but then you know that like that is hurting you actually, you know, that is breaking you down. So sometimes you just have to reprimand yourself for a, nah. So now how that happens, nah, but because it's a habit, nah, like then recently I was like, hey, Shaba, you are literally gonna have two, then you are gonna drink water. Me knowing my demon is like, bragarile mo groove nkante. Then I was like, hey, chief, uzobokhala la ekuseni la uthi hey utshwala benzeni utshwala benzeni. So reprimand yourself like that. Then vela I just had 2 nyana and then water, then 1 nyana buffalo. Then I went home, sham. Yeah, I said I woke up with a hangover, but then like it was the easy ones. So sometimes you have to be the child to yourself. Sure. Remember that. Lola? Lola. So sorry. Yeah, there she is. There she is. Good morning.
No. I wanted to close ourselves because
Mami, it's not nice. In the sense yokuthi your kids will suffer. My mom is exactly like you. And the sad part is that we are suffering as her kids. Now I need to be this little devil that's going to fight my mom's battles. For one, her friends and her sisters and everybody around her takes advantage of her kindness because she doesn't have a no. She's always this, who's variety, maybe they need it more than me, and don't, but I'm the one suffering. We as the kids are suffering because if she's going to give her last money, for example, to the sisters, and that's her last money, she also needs it, she's going to want it from me. And I'm the one who's going to be manipulated into giving her what she needs because of her kindness. Now I need to be this little devil that's going to fight for my mom's battles. And I don't want to be that bad person. But now people like you are forcing us to be these little devils because you guys are too kind. You guys don't have boundaries. It's okay to be kind, but have boundaries. Know when to say no. Because yes, wako is not kindness anymore. There should be another word for it. You being too good is affecting the family, and it's not nice. Especially your kids are going to suffer.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, but again, what? Like just to spice it up, nyana there. Saying no doesn't mean you hate them, or maybe you have beef with them, or no. Fair. Those are just simple boundaries, Shab. I can say no, but then I didn't like with a smile, Shab. Get out, fana go more, and I give. You hate me, you tell me shit every time, marge. Learn to lay it. Ipelelala. Look at Manji now. Your daughter now, she's way more stricter than you.
Exactly. Part is that, let's say, if South has a daughter with that mentality, she grows. Uzothi uma eseshada the daughter, South is going to be busy advising the daughter ukuthi kuyabekezela emshadweni. That is absolute nonsense. Uthola ukuthi umntana wakho uzofa le emshadweni wena ubhizi umtshela ukuthi kuyabekezelwa because you have that heart. Not everyone nonsense. No, South. I'm sorry, but ngicela ukuthi udle isalt kancane ngeke.
Hey, Lola.
And Lola,
Yeah.
the biggest problem for me is that we had to clean up this mess that our mothers got us into. Because nini, everyone can borrow her car without even nini, Mina, my own even gave her sister a house, signed off izinto money. I was like, hell no. Baby, your sister was too cute and too kind. These are my things. Now give back the house, baby. Give back whatever. My sister signed and said if she dies, I must take her part of our father's what. I said, don't tell me about that slow baby. Don't tell me about someone who was very slow. You are not getting anything, my baby. My sister signed. I'm like, baby, you are not getting anything. I am taking everything. Give me my mother's house. I am not my mother. She was my. I wish you had died. You are just like your father who's from evil KZN. I'm like, at least you know, at least you see, baby. I am just as he is. I evolve very quickly because I am my father's own devilish product. because my mother wants to put me into poverty by taking everything she has and giving it to you, whereas I am an only child. And when you are going to chow everything with your 6 kids, my mom is a slow person and I'm going to be fast on her behalf. Give it back, baby, unless you want us to meet in court, which would be very bad, because already I have spoken with your uncles. They said I can take by force what is mine. That's my problem with these people. Abu Sabs, we must come and clean up your messes. No, 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 no. You know, some other people even take advantage because they see. Like it's like now, if I am too kind, we get married and I love your kids so much. And then you do all kinds of nonsensical things to me because and your kids are going to keep, oh, we miss you. Some people see you for who you are and they take advantage, my baby. And I am not there. I'm not willing to go there because I had a mother like that who was like that. And I said, can I tap into my father's dirty character? Because I see this one very slow. No wonder when my father died, she did not even move on. Oh, now I could have had a white stepdad who was willing. Your mother, bless your soul, my beautiful mother, but you were not it. You were not the girl that I imagined you to be, because also my mother was born from a very tricky man who was my grandfather, but she chose to take after her mother, who was too soft for my liking, who ended up sharing her husband with her best friend. I am not that girl. I'm not my grandmother. I'm not my mother. Went there, took my mother's house back, went there, signed off. I said, whoever signed the money for, where is she? Gone, which means I take back. Threatened me. I said, I fear nothing, because the fact that I'm born, if I die, means it's the only way we exit earth. It's by death. Baby, give back everything. Your sister was very lazy to think, was very lazy to perform as a human being. I am not that. I don't, I'm a very kind person. If you, Sabs, I wish I can just bring my friends here. They'll tell you that, Mina, I wake up at 12 a.m. when you've got a problem. I drive to your house. I wake up at 12 a.m. I pray with you. I wake up at 12 a.m. I cry with you. If there's a man we need to, if there's a man we need to finally I am there with you. You give me a name and we start. You know what, Leroy, with this short I even participate just to show you, Gutimin, I come through for all people in my life. I come through for all people in my life. Let me tell you, I think I once said I'm a grandmother. I was raising my niece, so she gave birth to a child. Because I loved that child, they were taking advantage of me because I love that child, and now she is a child, and I love that grandchild too. So I knew what I was being used just because my heart loves people. I said, you know what, cut them off. That child is not going anywhere. We will meet at some point. Cut them off because they took my love for granted. Yes, I love that child, but I was like, hell no. You are taking advantage of me, and you are using 2 kids that I love with all my heart. Cut them off. We will meet someday. They know I love them. They will test you on all parts of your life.
There's another request there now from Subs actually. So I know Jagira, now we know her, you know what, like she it's again like she's a lava, she's a softie. Now she's like, guys, here's the actual help actually. So Bergman Bergman can Dinile norms we are gonna need some pictures, leader addresses, nah?
Guys, please. A quick story, Ntwana. You know, I changed jobs last year. So I cashed out my savings. Yeah, quick one. I cashed out my savings from my previous job, and then invested half, and then the other ones I cashed out. And then I had a cousin who is who's getting tenders studying. So I said, okay, let me give you this, put in your tender, and then pay me in 3 months. Guys, 3 months was supposed to be end of October. I'm not gonna tell you guys how much is it, ne? So 3 months was supposed to be end of October. I waited and waited. I'm still waiting. And the last date we agreed on was the 8th of January. So I think the one thing I didn't do was to ask for the 8th January 2024 or 2025. You know, because the 8th of January she disappeared. So Kingadi, I said it's fine, she can keep it. In my aunt was like, this is exactly why people do this, because she knew exactly how you will get to a point where like she can keep the money. And I'm not even fighting her anymore. I'm just like, she can keep the money. It's fine. And you guys don't want to know how much it is.
So, do you need help? Because like there's noms and Dean here, not like yeah. I'm a Zulu corner, sis. Man, you're a polo man.
You know,
Mm.
when in times of hardship, when KZN is relevant and Zulus are just the most amazing people, and when in times of hardship, all of a sudden this character is needed. I don't know.
No, guys, no. It's like you know, really, like I mean, we have our own like superpowers, you know. So like yeah, like Zulus are nah there. Yeah, as you know, I wanna feel that. So I wanna what kind of revenge wise but Zulus are there. No, like no, there.
You know, Sebs, in your situation, give me how much is it, and then we'll sort it out. But I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying, ne? You know, just a quick recap on what we were talking about last week. The husband, the RAF guys, yesterday was my first meeting physical.
Oh really? You met him?
We are not playing, guys. Here we are here to work. So, Sebs, please just DM us how much we are fetching, and then you'll owe me ice cream for the rest of your life. But we'll fetch that money, girl. We don't have a problem, Tina, with working, guys. We do this for fun.
Right.
We do this for fun. And again, you know, I always say, Mina, I'm a bad person. I'm evil, and you'll know that. I always say it. I preach that. Because of people will take advantage of such kindness. They'll take advantage of such purity. They'll take advantage of you being a genuine person towards them and looking out for them. So I don't even allow them to get there. I don't want you to even have the opportunity of saying you can sit down and take advantage of me. Mina, you know from the start, if it does not make sense for me, if it's not going to profit me in any way, I'm not there. You don't include me in your business. Don't put me, you know, I'm like Muslims. Mina, you do me wrong. I have an aunt that is my father's brother. She's dead. I'm fit passaging. Because she did me wrong at what stage in my life. She knows she does not exist in my life. And we have to be like that. But we should strive to be good people. I'm a good person because I try every morning to smile and do that. But I know deep down in my heart, I'm the most evilest thing. And I'm very proud of it. The problem is that our rich aunt, she has the opportunity of tapping in and out. Mina, I am there. This is where I find peace. I find peace in my evilness. That's who I am. But I choose to be nice to people because that's what the world requires. More niceness rather than evilness. So Sebs, stop this thing of yours. This thing of yours that people bazogibele khanda just because bayaz would khulume anything. Stop it, please. You have a daughter that you have to raise. Plus you're 32. You're gonna burn your torch very fast doing this thing of you trying.
How did we get there? You just had to mention Gore plus I'm 32.
I just wanted to play with those numbers.
Oh, guys, like where am I now? Guys, can you hear me? Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. But I got a sister, yeah. So I know job. It's again like what like romala picture fella, le amount to fella. Bona, again, can I try my solo kaf? Papa bidiba, bidiba. Oh, hal. Oh, hello, blind no one fella. But hey, man, anyway, but then Joe, not no, like be here. Oh, Jesus, wow. Okay, okay. So before we start, Footy, like, let's just close the show, guys. No, and like, thank you very much, actually, for you guys actually joining me here. You'll actually, like fill me up with hope, actually, every day. You know what? One day the world, like, will be better, you know? But then, hey, let's avoid violence. And we are going to help you, but then let's avoid violence. Yes, and please remember to actually see the Friday replay more YouTube actually now at 1 p.m. Yeah, it's like now 1 p.m. more like YouTube. Like just go to YouTube and like look for Maguire Rundown. You'll catch the Friday episode there, cause like that was a very special one actually. So yeah, like yeah, please check that. And remember to spread love, not legs. You know. Do not let this weather fool you to do things that you are not supposed to do. Yeah, we know.
Leroy,
Yeah.
Leroy, I spread legs to the ones that are important in your life, the ones that are husbands and wives, the ones that are important. Do that.
Oh,
Because if you keep on saying people should stop that, you'll end marriages, Leroy. You'll end marriages.
Ah, guys. I mean, come on, guys.
Then,
Like, join me, like, me, like,
then
singing.
we
So,
also
sorry.
we also reserve a woman on top for deserving men. Okunye nokunye.
Ah,
Ubambise
Exactly,
noma
guys.
yini. And if you hear a
Exactly.
man speaking sense uduzane na sicela umbambise ibele, this is protocol. Abafana abanesense ababanjiswe ibele, ngisho useteksini uzwe umfana akhuluma isense, uzwe umfana protect umuntu wesifazane, thatha isandla umbambise ibele. That is what will keep these men motivated. A woman on top is for men who are deserving, because if you check the dynamics of woman on top, it's a make or break. Ihamba nobusha bakho. Please, ladies, you can't be climbing on all things that don't deserve. Please, when we climb up higher. It's called an executive position. You don't just, some men don't deserve it. Abanye babes, abanye idluliseni badlule because they don't. Ibele babambiseni abafana abanesense. We love to see it.
and just a friendly reminder.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
And with that being said, guys, good night. Remember to catch the replay at 1 p.m. YouTube. Bye bye. Okay, good.